Kelly, it is 7:17, and a new analysis from the National Council on Teacher Equality shows a disparity in the American teacher workforce.
Only 15 states currently offer guaranteed paid parental leave, which can lead to burnout and teacher shortages. Joining us today is president of the NCTQ, Heather Pesky, to talk about the new data and what it shows about our nation's educators. Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's dig into this new report. What does it reveal about the state of paid parental leave, particularly for teachers in our neck of the woods in Oregon? And why does this matter for students and families?
Well, what we know is that across the country, 35 states are not providing guaranteed access to 12 weeks of fully paid parental leave. And what's happening in Oregon is that there is paid parental leave available for teachers, but it's only 12 weeks and it's at partial pay. So we're actually asking teachers to have children and then to go and be paid part of their salary when they go on parental leave. That's a really difficult choice, especially now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I would imagine that there's a correlation between that setup and that dynamic to teacher shortages and burnout and the current dynamic we're seeing in classrooms. What is that correlation?
That's right, Travis. We're actually asking teachers to make a choice between having their own children and spending time and investing in teaching our children. And a lot of teachers are saying that they simply can't afford to do that. And so many teachers are leaving the profession. We know that in Oregon right now, about 400 teachers each year leave, citing personal reasons. And those are likely, many of them leave because they don't have access to fully paid parental leave.
And when you look at the situation that we have in many communities here in Oregon and Southwest Washington, and that is budget cuts, school districts having to look at any place to be able to find and support their teachers, it's another thing on the pile, right, that makes it more difficult to show up to work and to feel like you are being fully compensated for that job.
Also, if you're a single mom in this situation, that's also tricky.
Well, so only 2 states currently offer 12 weeks of fully paid parental leave. So what are the most realistic steps forward here? How do we work to close that gap?
Well, importantly, I just want to make sure that people know that it costs us less to provide access to paid parental leave than it costs us to replace a teacher. It costs about $25,000 in Portland to replace a teacher when they leave. And it costs about the cost of a cup of coffee per taxpayer per year to provide access to paid parental leave. So we're just really talking about smart, affordable policy that can help strengthen families and help support teachers to come back to the workforce.
So if that's the case, if it would be beneficial economically to do that, why hasn't it happened yet? Is that just a systemic change? Is it because it's just the way it's always been done?
I'm not really sure. I mean, about 80% of the teacher workforce is female, so this is also a policy that will really disproportionately benefit teachers. I'm not sure why it's not offered when it's such a logical, good policy to support families, to keep teachers, and ultimately to benefit children.
Yeah, it's an interesting discussion and certainly encouraging to have those ways to think outside of the box and other ways we can support teachers when the situation in many learning communities is this dire. Well, Heather, we appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much, Emily and Travis, for having me.
Yeah, great to talk to you.
And if you want to learn more about the National Council on Teacher